Hello everybody, and welcome to Heat H of Season 3.1 of War Machines. Co-hosting is Civilian Arc. So, how are you doing today, Civilian?
I've been vibing. I've just been my old classic weeb-like self.
Sounds about right and stuff.
How about you?
So, yeah, doing pretty well myself here. Been a lovely day, so yeah, like I said before, this episode features Heat H, so we got 12 more great contenders, including a top 4 contender from last season returns tonight. So now let's go ahead and check out who all are fighting in this episode. So in the first half, we'll lead it off with one bot who made it very far last season, made to the top 8. We got 900 and their drum spinner. Following that, we have the third place spot from the Robot Wars mod last season, Behemoth and their flipper. Following that, we have Cassius 3 and their flipper, who looks to make a return after a reasonable run last season. Then following that, we got the bot, which I cannot pronounce the first 2/3 of that name, and so I'm just going to call it Micro. Then following that, we got the return of the lifter of Foxic, who got a few wins last season. Then last but not least, we have the debut of Dominator 2 and their hammer, who looks to start a run. So, Civilian, what do you got on these 6 spots?
God, those are a lot of big names you put in there. 900 has been the bane of my existence when it comes to, like, me maining Sewer Snake and fighting Robot Wars AIs. 900 always screws up my life, so I both love it and hate it at the same time. And like I love a lot of these designs, like Micro. Let me try and shoot and try and pronounce that. Fuquagdas. No wait, no Fuquagads. Yeah, Fuquagads.
That was answering the second question I was going to ask you.
Yeah. And then we got Foxic, which is like my favorite bot that doesn't do well in real life. And Cassie is one of my favorite like classic Robot Wars bots. And then Dominator, who's just like vibey. And then we also got third place Behemoth, I think. Wasn't Behemoth third place?
Third place.
Yeah, and so that's a ton of big bots like there.
Heck yeah. Already getting exciting. I bet you'll get excited when you see the second half, where the first one we got Iron 7, who also made it into the top 8 last season. Another huge name with that powerful flipper, one of the most powerful flippers in the entire competition. Following that, we have another flipper that should be able to give a lot of these big names a huge challenge. We got M2. Then following that, we have the Flaming Wedge bot of a Raging Scotsman, who should be able to put up a heck of a fight. Then making their debut is Spitfire and their flipper, similar design to Dan Tom Kia, whom we will be seeing in one of these next few heats. Then next, we have brought up from the DSL class, we have the Killdozer and their rammer right up front, which should be able to cause some mayhem. Then last but not least, we got Tough as Nails and their grabber, as they look to cuddle with some of their opponents and put them down the pit. What you got on these 6, Civilian?
How is it possible that you put so many big names all into one heat? It's all madness. Iron 7 is a crazy amazing flipper, and so is M2, and like bots like Raging Scotsman, Killdozer, and Tough as Nails all have like really unique, because like they're pretty fun to drive in my own opinion, like, especially Tough as Nails.
Yeah, definitely.
And Spitfire, who I don't remember well in the mod, but since it's like Dan Tomke, it should do.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, like Civilian said, there's a ton of big names in this one. which should bring up a lot of excitement in this heat. If you don't remember how this tournament is run or haven't seen any of the previous episodes, these 12 bots are randomly given a one-on-one matchup with each other. The winning 6 spots will automatically get a spot in the semifinals for this group, but the losing 6 spots will get thrown into one of 2 redemption rumbles, where the winners of those 2 rumbles will get the last 2 spots in the semifinals for this group. So that about sums it up. Let's go ahead and get to our first fight, which should be a good one. We'll lead it off with Raging Scotsman versus M2. A battle for low ground here. Here, you got any input on this fight, Civilian?
Yeah, this kind of depends on which bot gets under first, because M2, if it gets one flip on you, it could damn well near be over, and Raging Scotsman has that powerful flamethrower, so it can do a lot of damage if it gets under, so this will be a fun fight.
Yeah, definitely a great one to lead it off. Got any predictions for this one?
I'm slightly leaning towards M2 just because it's a flipper bot, and big flipper bots could probably beat push bots more.
Yeah, will definitely come down to both driving and the ground game here, as that could significantly affect who wins this fight. But let's go ahead and begin it. Time for the battle to begin here. We got ground game attempts here, and M2 gets the first flip right there, winning the ground game right at the start of that one. Now we got some flame from Raging Scotsman here, but M2 just not releasing Raging Scotsman. They have them in the corner there.
One good flip from M2 could make this be entirely over.
Yeah, definitely, as M2 is probably looking to get Raging Scotsman out of the arena as soon as possible, but now they break away, and now the Pit of Oblivion is now opened here. Raging Scotsman continuing to charge, continuing to stay aggressive here in this one, trying to use that flamethrower as much as possible, get as much flame inside of M2 as they can.
Oh, M2 almost got one there.
Yeah. Right now, it looks like it's been almost all M2 so far, trying to get Raging Scotsman towards the pit. Watch out for that.
This could be good for Raging Scotsman, though. If it gets under, ooh, that was close. And
another close call. 2 close calls for M2 as they want to stay out of the pit as much as possible. And now another flip from M2 here. Almost getting Raging Scotsman out of the arena there. Flip after flip coming from M2. We're about reaching the halfway point. I think M2 has a lead by quite a bit. But now the fight is over, as M2 has flipped Raging Scotsman out of the arena and will eventually seal the victory. So, guess since it's not completely out of the arena yet, the countdown is now coming though. But either way, M2 should get the victory by knockout. And they have, and yeah. So, what do you think about that fight, Civilian?
That was great. Raging Scotsman did, I'll give Raging Scotsman credit, it did put up a good fight. It almost got it. Twice it almost won the fight, and yeah, that was pretty good by M2.
Yeah, definitely. Great fight made by both of these bots. A great performance from each of them as well. We'll see M2 in the semifinals for this group. You will see Raging Scotsman once again later this episode, where they fight to stay in the competition, but they are definitely one to watch. So now next up, we'll see the return of the 3rd place Behemoth, who will be taking on Dominator 2, who is making their debut. What input you got on this fight, Civilian? What do you think this fight will come down to?
Probably ground game, just like the last one, but I'm a bit more excited for this fight just because I always love like a flipper hammer fight, like Beta versus Lucky in real life BattleBots is one of my favorite fights of all time, and yeah, I'm really hyped for this fight.
Yeah, same here. Definitely it'll come down to seeing who can get the first blow here, whether it's the flipper Behemoth or the hammer of Dominator 2. We'll also find out just how well armored on top Behemoth is. and stuff, as I don't think they fought a hammer, at least in this mod, at least in this competition so far, and stuff. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Here we go in this battle. Now Behemoth trying to get in. Dominator misses an axe shot, but lands one there, but gets flipped by Behemoth.
That's a good start by Behemoth there.
And so they now have Dominator against the rails here. Dominator looking to strike with that axe and stuff, and gets flipped by Behemoth once again here. A pretty good showing from the bot, who got 3rd place here, showing they want to get a few places higher this season than in last season.
Behemoth not giving Dominator an inch right now. Oh, but there's a good hit by Dominator.
Yeah, few nice shots from Dominator here. Another big hit, but now they got flipped once again. Behemoth clearly lower to the ground, but that's not stopping Dominator from striking Behemoth with that axe. And now they are out of the arena in less than a minute, and Behemoth advances. So, what did we just see, Civilian?
We just saw the 3rd place bot prove that it should be a 1st place bot. That's what we just saw.
Yeah, Behemoth's definitely going to be one to watch here in this one, as they clearly are hungry for a title in War Machines here. The bot that did very well in the DSL class and I got 3rd place in the Robot Wars mod put up a heck of a showing here, and I cannot wait to see what Behemoth provides us for their next battle. Yeah, so next up, you'll get to see the return of 2 flipper bots. We got Cassius 3 and Foxic, which this one should be an interesting brawl. What do you think about this matchup, Civilian?
Here's the thing. It all depends on how good Foxic's driving is in this fight, because Foxic is a really fast-paced bot, and it probably could take a good amount of flippers out. So if it can get to the sides, it could do this. But Cassius is a powerful flipper, so it does have to be careful here.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So yeah, this should be another interesting one. We'll have to find out who will claim the 3rd semifinal spot in this group. So let's get to it. Now let the war begin here. Cassius starts it off with a flip and stuff, and now Foxic driving around, but gets another flip from Cassius here. Foxic proving its speed and maneuverability, but then gets flipped again and again by Cassius here. Cassius appears to be the lower to the ground bot and almost sent Foxic out of the arena there.
Foxic still being very aggressive though.
Yeah. Lots of aggression from Foxic. They got underneath Cassius, took a flip, but look at that control board though. Cassius
on control board.
Yeah, big time trouble for Foxic here. Craig Danby seems to be having issues so far right now, so that's too bad. The Danby bot already in some trouble here. Now Cassius has Foxic right in the corner, but Cassius uses the rails to get away. Another misflip, but now Foxic underneath and flips Cassius for the first time. It takes Cassius into the corner here.
This is what I was talking about. Foxic usually uses the opponent to dominate in the first half, but Foxic comes back in the second half.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We haven't even hit the halfway point of this fight. Great tussle between these 2 bots here. Now Foxic right at the sides of Cassius and flips him again here in this one. So Foxic now starting to stack up some points of their own here after Cassius got a ton of great flips in. Another lift by Foxic, and Spike's getting involved there on Cassius. And now Foxic has Cassius pinned once again here. We are approaching the 1 minute mark, and a flip by Foxic.
Rick Danby definitely being a bit more paced in this second half so far.
Yeah. And now Cassius getting
now
a
it has
few
to be
more.
careful.
Yep. Definitely got to be careful here, as Cassius still has a menacing flipper here. One of the spikes stuck up in the air, but now it's unstuck, fortunately. So then we won't need to hire a repair crew for this arena. But now Cassius appears to be stuck, but Foxic helps them out there. Great sportsmanship from this Danby bot here. So, a few more flips from Cassius here. A little over 30 seconds left to go. This has been one back and forth battle here. Another flip by Foxic and stuff, but Cassius self-rights. Gosh, who do you think is winning this right now, Civilian?
I don't even know. It could be anyone's guess. It could be a flip of a coin for all I know, but Foxic does have to be careful. It is still on control board.
Yes. 10 seconds left to go in this fight. Another flip by Cassius and a minor pin. Foxic trying to self-right. They take 2 more flips right as the clock hits 0, and this battle is going to the judges. So these battles are scored based off of a 9-point system, where Bot can get up to 3 points for damage, 2 for aggression, 2 for control, 2 for weapon usage. So yeah, so judging these fights, we got Daily Dose of BattleBots, Vortex Gamers, Robot Wars Fan, Civilian Arc, and Porinog. Typically 3 of them judge a fight and stuff based off of my scale, and yeah. So what do you see in this fight, Civilian, before we hear the results?
It was definitely a big back and forth tussle. In like the first minute or something, Cassius was doing really good, but like once it hit like the minute 50 mark, Foxic just woke up and came alive in that fight. It did a lot of great driving. That was like perfect driving from Foxic.
Yeah, no doubt about that here. But then how much do you think that control board damage in the first minute, do you think that could influence the judge's decision here?
Typically it could, but you never know how control could go. It could be sweep Cassius because of how it did in the first part of the match. It could be Foxic because of how it did in the second part, and it could be split. So it could go a multitude of ways in probably every category.
Yeah, definitely. Either way, this is going to be a very close judge's decision. It could be one you could find controversial if you're a viewer and stuff. So let's go ahead and find out what the judges had to say. Sure enough, we have a split decision. Judge Daily Dose of BattleBots scored this battle in favor of Cassius. Judge Robot Wars Fan scored this battle in favor of Foxic. And Judge Civilian Arc scored this battle in favor of Foxic. So we will see the Danby bot advancing to the next round here on a split decision. This is one great performance from both bots here. Cassius, without a doubt, will be a major contender to watch when we see them fight again later in this video.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think about the decision, Civilian, even though you judged this fight?
Well, in my opinion, that was the correct decision, Green, because while Cassius did have a good start, Foxic really just, to me, it was more aggressive and probably more controlled as well, but Cassius did do a lot of damage, so
yeah,
that could have gone either way.
Yes, definitely. So let's go ahead and get on to the next fight, where we will see the return of one of the most destructive spinner bots in the entire competition, 900, who will take on the bot brought up from the DSL class in this heat, the Killdozer. So, what do you got on this fight, Civilian?
Killdozer kind of just has to, like, go for it in this fight. It just has to ram into 900 and hopefully, like, something breaks. It has to go for, like, the might face your fist strategy. And it could work. If Killdozer is fast enough, it could do it.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely a battle between offense and defense here. The powerful spinner of 900 and the well-armored front of the Killdozer. I cannot wait to find out the result of this matchup, so let's go ahead and get right to it. Now here we go. Killdozer getting right in there at the beginning, but 900 getting underneath Killdozer and doing some damage to the underside there.
Nice shots from 900 so far.
Yeah, so far, and forget what I was about to say. There goes the wheel guards, the front, and a wheel! Oh! 900 taking Killdozer apart, and now there's smoke, and another wheel comes off!
900 with no regard for bot life right now.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Here is now Killdozer really holding their own for now, preventing that drum spinner from touching. But there goes a misdrive, and there goes more wheels coming off. Killdozer reduced to one wheel left and a pile of smoke on that control box. Now I see why this bot gives you nightmares whenever you fight it as Sewer Snake, civilian. Jeez, 900 is merciless in this fight. Just no mercy being shown from 900 here. I'm sure Killdozer does not have 900 lives here, as they are currently just being bullied by 900. Can barely move and everything here.
Could say they're being Killdozer around.
Haha. But no, Killdozer is on their side right now. And backing off is 900. I think they are waiting for a countdown here. 900 just made a serious statement for themselves and about to win this matchup by a knockout. I'm speechless on this, civilian. What do you got on this battle?
I mean, well, I thought 900 would probably do well, but I didn't think it would do that well. That was just... If 900 has never impressed you, and if it doesn't impress you yet, then I don't even know how 900 impresses you, because that was one of the most impressive spinner performances of all time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was one heck of a fight. Great performance from 900, one of the scariest spinners there. I'm sure the other teams are going to be watching for this one. Yeah, so now if you thought that fight was good, wait till you see the next one, where we have Iron 7 and Spitfire making their appearance in the arena. What info you got on this fight, civilian?
Not really much, because I never really played as Spitfire, but if it's anything like the Dantomkia bot, it should at least put up a good fight. But Iron 7, that is one of the most powerful flippers in the entire mod, so yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely going to be similar to Cassius and Foxic, where the winner of the driving game and the ground game could be the winner of this fight. But either way, this one should be awesome. Can't wait to see the debut of Spitfire, so let's go ahead and get right to it. Here we go. We got the debut of Spitfire here, taking on Iron. Takes a flip early in this one. Another big flip from Iron in this one.
Really impressive stuff from Iron so far. Oh my god.
Holy crap! Iron almost getting Spitfire out of the arena, giving them some serious airtime, and another big flip. Woo!
This is some crazy... Oh my god.
Holy crap! What is this from Iron?
This is some great stuff from Iron so far.
Iron proving why they are one of the most powerful flippers in this competition. They're giving Spitfire some serious airtime in this one. Another big flip! And another flip, and off comes the flipper arm of Spitfire! And off comes the shell!
What the hell?
What the heck is going on here?
What the hell is going on?
And Iron just oohed at the shell! Oh my gosh! Holy crap! Spitfire now not moving, but right now they're literally just a control box and two wheels after that.
What the hell?
Holy crap! What is going on here? And yet they are surviving each flip Iron is throwing at them.
Oh my god.
Hey, civilian, who's gonna draft Spitfire for the next fantasy league?
Well, I'll do it, bet.
Oh my gosh, and out of the arena! After I drove over the flipper of Iron On. What the heck did we just watch? Oh my gosh. What do you got on this one, Civilian?
I don't even know at this point. Either Ironaw's a really overpowered flipper, or Spitfire's got something wrong with that shell of his.
What about both?
Yeah, that could be the case also.
But yeah, that's another, like, 900, Behemoth, and now Ironaw all made serious statements for themselves. 3 bots that made the top 8 last season, and they all just dominated their first fight. And yeah, I can't wait to see Ironaw in the semifinals. We're gonna hope Spitfire can get repaired in time after all that just happened. Maybe they'll get some assistance from the team that literally tore them in 3 parts here.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Alright, so next up we got whatever its name plus Micro, who will be taking on Tough as Nails. So, what do you got in this fight, Civilian?
This is kind of a weird match, just because Tough as Nails is a good spinner killer, but I'm not sure if it's a good saw killer. It'll probably be a driving match, not really even a ground game match, just like a driving match, more or less, because both bots are well driven. And yeah, this will be a fun one.
Yeah, no doubt about that. This one should be a good one like the last few have been. So, let's go ahead and get right to what should be an awesome battle to close out the opening matchups. Here we go here. Micro, so fast, but now in the grip here, dropping that saw right on one of the claws of Tough as Nails here. Tough as Nails looking to go in for a little cuddle there, and taking more shots from that saw and a shot from the floor flipper. And now got Tough as Nails pinned against the rails here.
Oh, uh-oh.
Tough as Nails looked like it was going to be stuck, but now has Micro caught in there, but Micro gets free. Lots of speed and maneuverability from that bot here. Great stuff from both bots here to start this one.
With Tough as Nails, get a bite.
I do wish that Tough as Nails could, like, bring in that crushing arm and stuff. However,
we need to hold my beer bot in the Robot Wars mod.
Yeah, closest one to that's probably Tough as Nails. You could also say can opener.
Yeah.
But then there's some damage, which is Micro lost part of their front. And part of a wheel just came off too.
Ooh, Tough as Nails. It didn't seem like Tough as Nails was doing much, but it has Micro in the jaw now.
Yeah. Now Micro free and has Tough as Nails by the backside, dropping that saw once again right on the backside, trying to get to those insides and stuff.
That back part is the most delicate, is the most vulnerable part of Tough as Nails.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That and those wheels. But now here comes Micro once again for another attack. Takes it into the rails.
There goes the saw.
But there goes the primary weapon of Micro here in this one. And almost as Tough as Nails out of the arena. Oh, crazy fight so far. 1 minute left to go in this one. Micro has another hold. He's caught in the grab of Tough as Nails but got free. Out comes a whole wheel. Woo! Lots of stuff being shown here. Tough as Nails making another statement with the loss of the primary weapon. Micro's definitely at a big disadvantage here.
This is a huge back and forth battle right now, but Micro can't be in that position. Tough as Nails could get another wheel.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I see a little smoke coming out of Micro there. Their motors might be overheating, or the speed controllers or something like that. But yet, now, Tough as Nails has Micro pinned with less than 30 seconds to go in this one. Can they get a flip? Yes, they do, and now they have a hold but now Micro's free again. 15 seconds left to go, and Tough as Nails has another great hold on Micro here. 10 seconds left in this fight. What a fight this has been. 5 seconds now. It's looking like this battle is going to the judges. And what a fight that was. Close one to call. What did you think about that fight, Civilian?
That's tough. That's a really tough fight, but that was an amazing fight. That's probably my favorite fight of the episode so far, probably.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just based on how back and forth it was, and like that was some brilliant driving by both bots. Like Micro almost got that Uda, and Tough as Nails. That last 45 seconds was perfect driving. Like that was beautiful.
For sure. So this will definitely be one tight call here. So who do you think you would be leaning towards if you were a judge?
Tough as Nails definitely won the damage. That's no question. But it'll be interesting to see how they really put control. Did they think Micro won by sweep? Did they think Tough as Nails won by sweep? Is it split? Who knows?
For sure. This will definitely be a tight decision. Let's go ahead and find out what the judges had to say before we get to these redemption rumbles. The votes are in, and we have a unanimous decision. The winner is Tough as Nails. What do you think about that call, Civilian?
That was the right call. Micro did do good though. Like it definitely earned some points, but Tough as Nails just did really good in that fight.
Yeah, definitely. With all three of the judges, the damage Tough as Nails did in that fight was very key to their victory and was probably what gave Tough as Nails the points that sealed the deal for them in this fight. But Micro did make such a huge statement for themselves as they had a great performance in this fight. I cannot wait to see what they bring to their Redemption Rumble here. I could definitely see them getting a spot back in the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now let's go ahead and get to our first Redemption Rumble, which features Dominator 2, the Killdozer, and Cassius 3. So then we got, on one side, we got Dominator 2, who went up against Behemoth and got tossed out of the arena. Then following that, we got the Killdozer, who got beaten to a pulp by 900. And then following that, we got Cassius 3, who lost on a very close split judge's decision against Foxx. So, Civilian, who are the bots to watch in this group?
I think all of them, really, because Killdozer is pretty tanky. Well, I mean, not shown from 900, but it should still be tanky. Dominator has the overhead attacks, so that should be something to watch. And Cassius has the flipper, so that's always something to watch. Also, I love how all three of these bots' losses are like has variety to it. Like Cassius lost to a possibly controversial decision. Dominator got Uda'd and Killdozer got destroyed. That has a lot of variety to it.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt about that. And just that should make this Rumble interesting. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Let the Rumble begin here. Got all three bots circling each other out here. A flip by Cassius after a few hammer shots on Killdozer here. Dominator coming in with a few axe shots here. And now a flip by Cassius.
Cassius doing some good flips. Dominator with some good hammer shots, and Killdozer just pushing, vibing.
Yeah, for sure about that. 30 seconds into this fight, we've seen action from all three, but now we got Dominator 2 upside down. He gets taken into the rails and now Cassius coming in with a flip. And now
both on their side.
Yeah, both Cassius and Dominator were on their sides, at least for the moment. But now Dominator's back up and says, I want to get in on the fun. And now landing some hammer shots right onto Killdozer here.
Her double teaming Killdozer, the humanity.
How is this fair to Killdozer? Killdozer should protest this.
It got destroyed by 900 already. Leave him alone, for God's sake.
Oh. But now we got the floor flipper helping out Killdozer here. But now Killdozer and Cassius continuing to go at it while Dominator's upside down. But Killdozer helps Dominator. Will Dominator return the favor? Kind of here, as it's firing its axe right at Cassius and stuff. And Killdozer finds the opportunity, takes Cassius into the rails, and Dominator says, Cassius is mine, and lands a hammer shot on Killdozer to punish it.
All three bots having some really great moments so far.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But now we got more hammer shots being landed here, and now we got smoke coming out of Killdozer. Looks like some of the repairs they might have had to make might have come undone and stuff, as Cassius is now smoking and stuff. Big signs of damage, probably from Killdozer and all those hammer shots. You never know. So right now we got a three-way pin here. Cassius pinning Killdozer and Dominator pinning Cassius.
Cassius with some good flips, but Dominator, Cassius can't let Dominator get so many hits in. It has to be careful at some point.
Yeah, for sure. As all those hammer shots that Dominator is landing are stacking up points here. And now we have a three-way pin here once again. But look at that. Killdozer is slowing down here. I kind of wonder, is that smoke and all those hammer shots potentially affected their drive and stuff?
That and probably all the 900 repairs they had to make.
Yeah, that too. But now both bots continuing to charge after Killdozer. This is not fair.
Why are they doing this? They both know Killdozer probably isn't the winning bot, and Cassius just screwed himself over.
Yeah, less than 10 seconds to go. Dominator getting one last pin here, and this fight is going to the judges. And
that was ridiculous.
I know, right? Jeez, what did Killdozer do to Cassius and Dominator to piss them off? I'm pretty sure they weren't. I'm pretty sure Killdozer wasn't trash talking about either of them back in the pits here. Did you hear any of that?
I guess the Robot Wars mods don't like the DSL mods, I guess.
I suppose that's a possibility too. But yeah, what do you think about that fight?
F to Killdozer. But yeah, that was a great fight. It was pretty back and forth for the first half, but like once they decided to double team Killdozer, that was sad. Like it did show which bot did damage and which bot had the control. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah, for sure. We've had several close judges' decisions so far. This is definitely another one of those. Let's find out what the judges had to say. The judges' votes are in, and we have a split decision. Judge Civilian Arc scored this battle in favor of Dominator. Judge Daily Dose of BattleBots scored this battle in favor of Cassius. Judge Pori scored this battle in favor of the winner, Dominator 2. So yeah, what do you think about that decision, Civilian?
Yeah, that was the right decision. But all in all, the reason I voted Dominator was because it was definitely getting more of the shots in than Cassius was. Like, this is kind of just like a battle of which bot screwed up Killdozer more than anything. And it was kind of clear after the smoke settled, or in this case didn't, started to happen. It was kind of clear that Dominator was doing more.
For sure. Sadly, we'll have to say goodbye to Killdozer and Cassius, who are both now out of the competition. Hopefully, we'll get to see them both in a bonus fight, and we thank them very much for all the entertainment they provided us here. So now we have one last semifinal spot to determine, and it's between Micro, Spitfire, and Raging Scotsman. We got Micro, who fell in a very close judge's decision against Tough as Nails. Then we got Spitfire, where luckily they were able to get repaired in time after getting split in 3 different parts by Ironaw. And then we got Raging Scotsman, who fell in a close battle against M2. So, who are the bots to watch in this one, Civilian?
You think Spitfire's okay?
I hope so.
Yeah, but This is another type of driving battle, along with it could be like, especially with Spitfire, as long as it doesn't do what it did, will be a definite driving battle. Like Fulgagad's Micro should do well, and Raging Scotsman, like all three of these bots have the potential to win this, in my opinion.
Yeah, whenever Pori returns in an episode that bot's in, assuming it's in anymore past this, we'll have to have Pori pronounce it. But yeah, this should be another interesting battle here. All three of these bots have the potential to get that last semifinal spot, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and find out who will get it. And time for this rumble to begin here. It's charging, and we got Spitfire, misflip right there. Micro coming in with that saw. Got Spitfire scooped up. Raging Scotsman has Micro pinned as well, and off comes the shell once again! Those repairs came undone, and now Spitfire is just rolling around all over the place. Now they're flipped over in the corner, while Raging Scotsman and Micro are going at it here.
With, vengeful.
But now Micro is smoking. Spitfire is being counted out here. It is looking like Spitfire is done for after having their shell ripped off a second time in this episode.
Oh, I guess they didn't get the repairs done.
Yeah, either they didn't get the repairs done, or their repairs quickly got undone by that saw of Micro. The floor flipper getting involved. Fortunately, Micro can self-right through the use of their weapon. But how about Raging Scotsman, who's flipped over right now? Luckily, they were underneath Micro at that moment. Now, continuing to charge in there, taking hits from that saw here. Close battle so far to start this one. Now, Raging Scotsman dropping, taking some attacks from that saw on Micro here. Once again, but now we got heavy smoke coming out of Micro here. Clearly taking some major damage from that flamethrower on Scotsman.
The Micro is definitely taking advantage of what the floor flipper did.
Yeah, because Raging Scotsman doesn't have the ground game advantage it had, but one of the wedges did come off.
Oh, there was a wedge.
A wedge came off of Raging Scotsman. I was about to say a wedgelet came off of Micro, but now a wedge has come off of Raging Scotsman, and now the saw came right off of Micro here. Micro
big now.
Yeah, Micro left as just a stick, while we got Raging Scotsman with half a wedge and a flamethrower here. Less than a minute to go. This has been one heck of a fight here. It's too bad Spitfire got counted out already. Shot from the floor flipper that helps Raging Scotsman out, because they are right back up once again.
Yeah, this could save Raging Scotsman, get some points back.
But the floor flipper getting involved once again. And now Raging Scotsman looking to push around. Another shot from the floor flipper here. But what about Micro's flipped upside down? But now they self-right here. Woo! This is such a close battle here.
Yeah.
Man, less than 10 seconds to go. Like, man, am I glad I don't have to call this fight.
Oh, Micro's on control board hits. I just saw that.
Yeah, same here. Cause, wow, what did we just see, Civilian?
Well, first of all, we saw Spitfire clearly not prepared good enough.
Sadly, Iron Awe must not have helped them out enough in that battle.
Iron Awe with no sportsmanship. Wow.
Well, they might have. I didn't see any of their activity in the pit. They might have stuff. It would take a lot to reattach their frame and their flipper after that giant pounding they got from Iron Awe and stuff.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
But between like Micro and Scotsman, that was a pretty back and forth battle. I don't really know what to say to who would really win this, because like Micro, it was at control board hits. I don't know what time it was at control board hits. I just noticed it was
I think it was the
in
last
yellow.
few seconds of that.
It was just like in the yellow, and I just noticed that. So that could appeal to the damage category for Scotsman, but like Scotsman also did lose a wedge, so I don't know.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very close decision. I don't envy the judges one bit for who they go with, but you definitely could find this to be controversial and stuff, which that's completely fine. But either way, we got a great 3 minutes here out of this one. So yeah, let's hear what the judges had to say about this one. The judges' votes are in, and we have a split decision. Judge Daily Dose of Battlebots scored this battle in favor of Micro. Judge Robot Wars fan scored this battle in favor of Raging Scotsman. Judge Morinon scored this battle in favor of the winner, Micro. So yeah, what do you think about that call, Civilian?
I don't know. I'm glad I didn't have to judge that fight because I definitely don't know who I would have picked. I can see where like Robot Wars fan is coming for picking Raging Scotsman, and I can see where Daily Dose and Tori are going for Micro. So like, you can argue why either bot should have won, and it's kind of sad that only one gets a win here.
Yeah, we would have loved to accept Raging Scotsman to the semifinals if there was the room for it. Same thing with Cassius from the previous. Like, heck, even all 6 of these bots that fought in the Redemption Rumbles here. So all of them had some pretty decent stuff out of them, even if one of them ended up in pieces. Yeah, we'll have to give Spitfire a bonus fight or something like that.
Spitfire versus Last Rites.
How about Spitfire versus Carbide?
Yeah, that's good enough. That's close enough.
What about a tag team battle between Spitfire and Block of Wood, who are taking on Carbide and Last Rites?
I like that. That sounds lovely.
But yeah, that'll close it out for this episode. As we saw 8 great bots move on to the semifinals for this group, we got a few more big names and one major contender making its debut in the next episode, where we will bring out Heat Eye. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to hit a like button, subscribe to me, as well as anybody else involved in this show. So I will hopefully see you next time.